Hey you guys, it's Moonlander back with another horror movie review, and today we're going to be looking at an Australian movie called Nekrotronic.
She's been killing all the necromancers in the city.
Okay, I cop to that.
Running is not an option. Not for any of us.
Cool.
Suck on this.
And Nekrotronic's available for $5.99 on Amazon for rent. And it says it's a 2018 movie, but it was only released for the US in August. So Nekrotronic's about two guys who empty septic tanks for a living, and one of them turns out to be a born necromancer meant to fight demons in a thousands-of-year-old war.
Want to play a game that will change your world forever?
Hell yeah.
Downloading now.
Dude, what's wrong with you?
Howie! What did you do to me?
Let's get you to hospital.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So he teams up with a father and two daughters who are also necromancers. And that's what the movie calls these guys that fight demons, necromancers.
Who are you people? Howard, you're a necromancer. You're a demon hunter. Like us. Come again?
So a necromancer in this movie uses special powers, ballistic weapons, and plasma guns to kill demons. And now the main character's mom is somehow high up in the hierarchy of these demons and has figured out a way to get demons into the internet and to possess people through their phones.
Recently, some evil son of a bitch worked out a way to blast demons inside the internet. Now they can get you through your phones.
So yeah, it's quite an elaborate story. So the things I liked about Nekrotronic is this movie has a really nice budget for it, and that is for sure. And I found it surprising, the subject matter, just the story in general had this kind of budget. And I looked into it because I remember from the documentary Not Quite Hollywood about Australian exploitation movies, and their government funds people's movies, and I looked it up, and this movie, sure enough, was funded by the Australian government, and that explains the budget it has. This movie is packed with special effects, and it all looks really good, either the practical or the CGI. I thought it all looked good. And now, Nekrotronic is a horror comedy, and it is worth mentioning under the good things, the main character's friend, Ranji, I guess is how you say it. And now, this guy dies early on in the movie. I don't really think that's much of a spoiler, but yeah, and he spends most of the movie as a wraith. And, he's not always funny, but he does have his moments.
What are you watching?
It's a donkey trying to have sex with a phone box. It's pretty funny.
Why would you watch that?
Why wouldn't you watch that?
But going into the things I didn't like about it is there's probably moments that are intended to be funny that just fall flat in this movie more often than there are actually funny moments. The comedy is not that great here. And for all that's going on in this movie, there's a lot of explaining to do in a 96-minute runtime. and it just feels a little rushed and jumbled, and the whole thing just comes off kind of sloppy, I thought. And there is a decent amount of action in this movie. I mean, this movie really does blend a lot of genres. You could call it a sci-fi, a horror, a comedy, and an action movie. And now there is a decent amount of action, but none of it is really all that cool. It's just kind of like there. It's not really that fun to look at. So my final thoughts on Nekrotronic is I do believe this movie has an audience. I'm sure there's people that would enjoy this or find it even significantly more funny than I did. So I will say that for it, but I will also mention that the Metascore is 25, which seems awfully low to me. And I kind of read through some of them, and I don't know, I think they're a little harsh. I'll give it a 5. Its IMDb is a 5.4. So, I mean, it's a mediocre horror comedy. And I can't say pass on it, but I wouldn't suggest going out of your way to watch it either. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.